Welcome to another CAN diagnostic video. In today's riveting episode we have been presented with a MAN TGM 18240. I think it's about an 08 reg. Complainting, as you can see, CAN interconnect failure, and it's going to flash up ZBR failure in a minute also. There you are. ZBR is basically a body computer to the car mechanic. You can see with the lights on the dash also we've got an ABS light. These are typically just like handbrake warning lights. If we go to the bottom left hand corner, this gauge here is 2 air tanks and the fuel gauge. So if we cycle through them, so that's air tank 2, that's fuel, that's air tank 1, and then back to air tank 2. None of them are working. If we go to the other side, this is just driven about 50 miles, and it's still showing cold. Both of these switches here, the rear fog and the hazard, should not be illuminated. If we turn the lights on, off, on, only the ones on the near side are working. If we toggle engine, like stationary engine modes, exhaust brake, etc., none of them are flashing up on the dash. So according to that, the ZBR module has failed. Okay, so there's a couple of ways we can go about this. We can straight away check fuses, or we can straight away plug into the computer. Guess which one I've chose? Right, so the first things first, I've not gone through any of this, so we're going to be going through this together, so I might be mumbling to myself a bit. I'm going to go to central computer and then go to ZBR. It'll be a ZBR 2 on this year, I believe. Yeah, there you are. No module for a start. Right, let's go back. Let's see if we can talk to the engine. Automatic detection. EDC 17, I should think. Oh, EDC 7, I should, sorry. Yes, yes. Right, so FFR3 message. Right, let's get comfy so I don't have the gear stick up my ass. Let's have a quick look at this one, bottom one. Vehicle management computer sends invalid value. Okay. Right, let's end this. Let's come out of here. Yeah, might as well. We'll clear the codes. And of course it's crashed. Okay, and we're back. So I had to reset the bleeding computer. What I've done is I've gone through a complete check of all modules. As you can see, ZBR2, we have a communication, and OBDU, we also have a communication. Now I'm not 100%, but I've got a feeling that the OBD is read through, so like EOBD, so like your basic parameters and that they can read with any scan tool would be coming through the ZBR2. I'm going to go to instrument cluster. Yeah, see, this has got an awful lot of fault codes in it, as you can see. A lot of those come from the engine, but also a lot of them come through the ZBR module. Okay, let's go to the EBS. So, receiver time exceeded, message ZBR. We need to get this ZBR looked at. Okay, so we are in the fuse area. If we look at the fuse board picture, there are only, hang on, let me get up here. There's only a few fuses. So there's fuse 5, no, sorry, fuse 7, ZBR, can't really see it, it's bleeding dark in here. And then fuse 15, 16, top right hand corner here. There are no more fuses for the ZBR. Look at the fucking mess of this. This is a ZBR unit here, so it plugs directly into the fuse board. This is ABS module, and then there are a load of all these boxes in here. They're trackers and GPS signals and all bollocks like that. As you can see, great bit of work there. Not by me, I will add. So first we'll go straight to number 7. We're just going to check the powers on these. Don't know where I got to just, so I'm going to start again. We need fuse 7 with my incandescent test light. Both sides obviously, no fuse. 15, 16. Okay, so all 3 of those are good. Right, there's no relays for it or anything. So we need to get to this module. We need a wiring diagram. We need to find our powers and grounds to this module and then the CAN lines. So I'll take it apart and see you in a second. So what I've done is I've printed out a diagram. I can't really show you because I don't have permission from Jaltest to put this online yet. And what I've done is I've just highlighted everything that I want to check to make sure that we've got powers and grounds, CAN lines, etc. So I'm not going to show you every single pin because there's about 15, 20 I need to check all in all. So I'm just going to show you the easiest ones to get to, the front of this controller here. So obviously without pushing any pins in, pin 9, I'm going to very gently slide my pin in. And pin 9 is KL30, so that's permanent live. Then we go down to the next one, which is pin 11, another KL30. And we light up. We skip over to pin 16, which is KL15, which obviously is ignition. Okay, and then pin 17. And I'm going to do that, obviously we're going to do the earths as well. And I'm going to get the scope on this to the CAN line that goes to the instrument cluster, and I'll also be checking the powertrain CAN line also. Providing that's all good, then we're going to need a module. But obviously we'll check CAN lines before we do anything. Right, so we've got it plugged into the... what have we got to press shit for? Right, just continue. We've got it plugged into the CAN line via the instrument cluster. As you can see, let's put a proper trig on it. Oh, come on. Right, as you can see, we've got a good signal, nice and even, lovely mirror, both peaks, bottom and high and low, perfect. So I'm ready to call this module. The new module does have to be coded in, it's a right bastard to do. I'm not sure whether we're going to show that on this video or whether I'll do a separate video for it because it's quite labour intensive. But nevertheless, we'll get this module swapped over and we'll see if we get the lights back on the dash. And look at that. We have our fuel gauge, tank 1, tank 2. None of these are lit up. Hazards work again. All the lights are working now. Fog on off. So you can see we've got another module in, programmed up. I haven't recorded, as you're going to find out now, I've not recorded the program and the module because you only get 3 attempts at doing it, and if you take it wrong then you need to wait 48 hours for the immobiliser code to be regenerated again. So hope you've learned something. 3 basic things: powers, grounds, can lines. If you've got all of those, it can be nothing but the module typically, and in this case we made the right call. Powers, grounds, communication. Powers, grounds, communication. Repeat after me. Ta-da!